This is Outnumbered. I'm Harris Faulkner. Here today, Sandra Smith, Andrea Tenteros, commentator and national spokesperson for the LIBRE Initiative, Rachel Campos-Duffy, and today's hashtag One Lucky Guy, a highly decorated former Navy SEAL officer who led combat operations in some of the Iraq War's fiercest battles. We are pleased to welcome Leif Babin. He is the co-author, put up the book, of Extreme Ownership, How U.S. Navy SEALs Lead and Win. Oh, yes, they do. It's a how-to guide on applying Navy SEAL mojo to everyday life. Good to see you. I don't really know if we can outnumber you, but you are outnumbered technically today.
Definitely outnumbered, but as SEALs, that's where we like to be. So,
really?
This is the most desperate fight out there. So, this is
sounds good.
Right, stir up the hornet's nest when bullets are flying around. So, this is
that would be us.
Great to be
Good to have you.
Thanks, Harris.
All right, let's get to the news. The stage is set for the big Republican showdown in Colorado. It's just hours from now. The first debate where Ben Carson enters at the top of some key polling and Donald Trump is relegated to the number 2 spot. An unfamiliar perch for the billionaire businessman, as you might imagine. Trump's fighting back, though, in a kind of interesting way. Here he is in Iowa.
I mean, what is my competition? In all fairness, what is my competition? Do you think these guys, I'm not going to say Carson. I'm not going to say Rubio, who really is way down. I mean, I am second. It's not like terrible, but I don't like being second. Second is terrible to me.
Well, Dr. Carson insists he won't, quote, get in the mud pit with Trump. But Ohio Governor John Kasich and former Florida Governor Jeb Bush are promising to be aggressive tonight. Also, with recent national polls showing Marco Rubio is 3rd place behind Trump and Carson, that freshman senator from Florida may find himself a magnet as well for attacks. So we'll come out. What are you watching for tonight?
I think it's going to be all knives out for Ben Carson. It's going to be even though he's saying he's not going to get in the mud, he's the front runner and he's such a nice guy. I feel for him because that's going to be a difficult stage. But there's going to be a lot of people on the attack, and we always say, in the military, the enemy gets a vote, and so the other opponent's going to be attacking him. He's going to have to defend himself, certainly.
Wow, I love how you just couch that all in the Navy SEAL world, and it probably will feel like that. So, Andrea, is it Carson or somebody else who has the toughest job tonight?
I think Carson has the toughest job, no question. But they have to be careful that they don't attack him too aggressively. I mean, people like him personally. So if they're going to go after him, they have to go after him about these perceived policy contradictions. They can't go after him for his character because that's what people really like about him. And Leif, I was watching you and Jocko, who you wrote this book with, this morning on Fox 5, and you were talking about what it means to lead and to own things. One of the things that these guys don't do up on the stage, and the one gal, that I haven't really seen is owning their mistakes. When they're challenged by certain moderators, they don't really take ownership of things that have happened in their states. They sort of deflect and they blame. There's not a lot of extreme ownership on those debate stages. Do you think that there should be, or is that considered maybe conceding, mistakes and liability in an election?
Well, I think in politics, that's kind of the cardinal rule: is don't take ownership, shift blame, redirect fire.
Right.
I think the opposite is true. And when we see issues in leadership, if you stand up and take ownership of something, because everyone is going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
No one is infallible, no matter how experienced, how competent. But if you stand up and take ownership of things, it's pretty hard to actually it's pretty hard to fire that person if you're in a business, right? If someone's like, I made a mistake, I'm going to change, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure this doesn't happen again. So I think these politicians ought to do that.
Do you think that that's what Marco Rubio did? Because I mean, he had to backtrack on the Gang of 8 immigration stuff. Because one of the things I'm excited about seeing tomorrow is Marco, because I think time's running out for him. He is probably the candidate that bridges the most between the Tea Party and the establishment. He's got to break out. He's got to do something big. And again, you cannot underestimate 50,000 Latinos, U.S. Hispanics, turn 18 every single month. And I don't think we should underestimate how much Republicans want to win the presidency, and I don't think that demographic can be ignored, and he might be that guy. And I'd like to know what you think about how he's handled sort of showing that you can be for border security and immigration, an orderly immigration reform, without sort of insulting or alienating an important demographic like that.
I think everybody cares about the illegal immigration problem, certainly, and so I think that was he stepped in some hot water there, certainly, and that's hurt him. But he has come back from that. I think he's a strong candidate. I think the Republicans have a great field.
Did he handle it well?
Well, I think once folks go to Washington and get kind of inside that bubble, sometimes they maybe lose touch.
Remember when President Obama notably said you can't change Washington from the inside? And when he said he hasn't been able to change it
at all. You know, Sandra, I want to ask though, because tonight the topic is supposed to be the economy. Although these guys are saying they're going to get aggressive with one another, who does well on that topic?
Which topic specifically, Harris?
Economy.
The economy.
That's where they're supposed to focus.
So this is interesting, and this debate is going to be focused on the economy and our jobs and our money, and that's why this is a big deal, and the Fox Business debate is a big deal, because polls do show that the economy is polling #1 with the American people right now as their biggest concern in this election. But something stuck with me when we were rolling that sound of Donald Trump. And Leif, you have been a competitor your whole life. Everyone on this couch has been a competitor your whole life. One thing you better know in competition is who your biggest competitors are and who your biggest challengers are. For him to say, who's our competitors, who are we competing against, that's an issue. Rubio's way down. Rubio's probably the only guy who's been steadily rising in the polls throughout this. Is he marginally much further down than Carson and Trump? Yes, but he's been steady. Kasich saying he's done with being polite. I think that's what you got to watch out for when it comes to talking about the economy tonight. They're going to come out swinging. Those with the least to lose are going to be taking the biggest risks.
I'm just curious who's really articulated it, because Donald Trump doesn't have to say much, does he? I mean, he can just say, well, my dad loaned him, as he said, a little bit of money. As we know, at least $1 million, could be more. But it's what he's been able to do with it, and a huge empire that he's built for himself. There's certain on the stage that really don't have to say much, but there's certain others that we don't really know a lot about their economic policies.
Well, I think Trump, you know, he comes under attack, not just for what you mentioned, Harris, because of this sort of loan from his dad. That seems to be the story this week. He's also under fire. Someone said, does he know the minimum wage? Is he in tune with most regular Americans? I think he's got to tout his business record. I think this is a strong suit for, say, Carly Fiorina. Some of these other governors have to defend their decisions of their balance sheets in their states. They're going to be under fire. But I also think Sandra brings up a really good point, and that's about where to direct your enemy fire. Right now we see Jeb Bush directing enemy fire towards Marco Rubio. I mean, it's just bizarre. Why is he attacking Marco Rubio? To me, it's so strange and so late in the game that he hasn't directed more fire to Donald Trump. I mean, he tried, and I guess he failed, and then he went and he met with his parents, and Trump mocked him for sitting down with mommy and daddy. But maybe, Leif, you could weigh in on this. I mean, how do you identify your most, I would say, threatening enemy on that stage, and how do you handle them?
Well, we talk about, as SEAL leaders, we train our SEALs to have a default aggressive mindset, which means they're going to aggressively execute to accomplish the mission. And I think to Sandra's point, you definitely can't underestimate your enemies. I mean, that's to go in with overconfidence to say,
know
hey,
your
let's dismiss these folks.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get burned on the battlefield, certainly. And so I think that, I think for all these guys, if one thing Trump has proven because of his rise to success is that people want to see people, a candidate that takes a strong stand, and I think some of these other candidates need to take a page from that, certainly.
Yeah. All right, real quickly, a couple of things. One, I'm curious how often the Democrats will come up, because I mean, really, at the end of the day, I mean, you lay it out who the enemies are on the stage, the political enemies, I should say. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the Democratic nominee.
Well, don't forget, this is about the economy, and Democrats, as Joe Biden said in that speech in the Rose Garden, he encouraged Democrats to run on his and President Obama's legacy, right? He's encouraged, run on the stock market performance to record highs, run on record corporate profits, right? So Republicans have to point out what is weak and what is actually bad about the economy, because that's the way the American people say they feel, that this is still a weak jobs market and a weak economy. So Republicans need to identify that and tell people how they're going to fix it.
I'm curious how Carly Fiorina has a moment in all of this.
I was going to say very quickly, they're going to, I think, try and attack the Republicans on stage that acted the most like Democrats when it comes to economic issues.
Or Carly Fiorina, who did really well last time and in the first debate as well, even when she was on the undercard. All right, so that's tonight. The best post-debate analysis right here on Fox News Channel. Tune in to Hannity at 10 p.m. Eastern, then O'Reilly at 11, and yes, there's more of the Kelly File at midnight. I'm just going to pop some corn and stay up. Everything you need to know to break down the GOP debate. And this is number 3, people. It's getting interesting. All right, we're going to break in with some breaking news right now, a situation that we've been monitoring. These are the law enforcement in South Carolina. Let me just catch up for what's happened. Spring Valley High School had a resource officer. There's some viral video out there. You may have seen it. That resource officer got into it with a young teenage girl. Look at this, okay? This is one of the videos. Then a second one came out. So now what the leadership on law enforcement is saying in South Carolina is, wait, the videos don't show everything. However, the headline here, Benfield, that officer has been terminated. Okay? There apparently is now a third video, which the sheriff says will show that girl hitting the officer, and that there's more to the story. But the part of the story that is making headlines right now is that officer has been terminated. So this news conference has been going on. If there's any more news that comes out of this briefing, of course, we'll bring it to you. But this has been big news with that video that hit, with that resource officer also having a bit of a past in terms of this sort of thing before. So we'll bring you up to speed as the news continues to break and develop on that. We'll move on. Our military's fight against the Islamic State terrorists may be ramping up. We heard yesterday Defense Secretary Ash Carter was going to be on the Hill, and he was, and he laid out a new proposed strategy, which could include moving troops closer to the front lines. Will that stop the savages of ISIS in a key Middle Eastern country? Our hashtag One Lucky Guy on that. And President Obama just invited Iran to the next round of talks in Syria. Yeah, you heard me. Iran is going to be at the table. And they said, yeah, we're coming. A good idea or something else? And we know you want more Outnumbered. We know how you feel. We do, too. So we'll give it to you online. FoxNews.com/Outnumbered. Click on that overtime icon. Then jump on the live chat. We'll read comments live. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter. By the way, your wife, Jenna Lee, co-anchor of Happening Now, I'm going to see if she'll jump on the live chat with us and ask some questions. I want to know the real skinny on you.
Fun.